So today we're gonna take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 7 of this series, and in the last episode we saw our daily Britain update. We saw all of Centralish Europe get carved up. We saw the Green Team become a dual monarchy. And we also saw the Green Team invade this African country and the splitting of this country right here. Here that was once here. And we also saw major unifications happen in Africa, and we saw all of Arabia get carved out, and yeah, that was like the major things. So yeah, let's get into the scenario. Now the Azeris, they've been quiet for a while, uh, and they are making bank over here. First off, they're going to sell this panhandle over to the brown team, and and they just made a lot of money from that. So good for the Azeris. And now they're probably probably the country with the highest GDP per capita uh, in this world so far, even beating the Lime team, much to their dismay. Mm. And with this wealth, they use it to explore or a lot more. They explore more of the Iranian area. They also discovered all of the Caspian Sea coast thing, and they set up a base here, and they use it to explore all of this coast right here, and and they find this peninsula thing of Gujarat, and they make it to the Indian coast. So yeah, they basically just explore all of this, and they decide to set up like a colony thing over here, which is gonna lead to them getting even more money in the future because India will be a strategic point for trade across water. So, oh yeah, the Azeris, they just made a colony thing over here, which is gonna make them a lot of money in the future. So yeah, they just have a colony thing in India, and they start to annex more of the conquered lands. And the Line team, wanting to stop up Azeri expansion, is going to command their vassal to get as much land as possible to steal from the Azeris. And it works, and then the Line team starts to do the same aim in capturing some of this land over here. And the Azeris, they legit do not care. And all they want is to have lots of wealth in their country. So they frantically just don't care. They basically annex all of their explored lands, and they now have a border with the purple country over here, which is interesting because this is a country that does not like the Russian team at all, so that might accidentally worsen relations with Russia a bit. So, yeah, they gotta watch out to not make relations even more worse with Russia. Yeah, they just continue to annex more of the lands over here. Here, they basically just explore or conquer and annex at the same time, and they can do so because they are one of the wealthiest countries is in my WICSO. So yeah, they now have a long border with this country, which is gonna make trade with them a lot easier than to go through the Caspian Sea, because they still don't have the technology to consistently go through there. Like they do go, but most of their ships get lost. So yeah, it's better if they just claim all of this area for than to lose lots of cargo. And the Azeris got a lot bigger. And the gold team country, knowing that the green team is now a dual monarchy, they they are basically just going to invade their neighbors, and they capture the capital of the pink team and the blue team. And as much as the green team wants to just annex the gold team because of that, they know they can't because the pink team never approves of an imperialist move, so they just let this slide for now. So yeah, now let's remove the capitals and boom. Next up, we are gonna see more of the Sahara get explored, and together with the Maroon country, they managed to explore all of these lands right here. So boom, yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, for now, this African country, before the green team can, is going to invade the purple country that just got invaded, and this is a secret operation, because in the treaty it said that they can't unite. So the African country is secretly working with the purple country to get, oh, the African country is invading this country, but no, it's a secret plan for this country to be part of this. So yeah, African Union troops start to swarm in, and they cut out the green team, and they capture the capital, and this country surrenders, and the African Union gets bigger. Boom. Say bye bye to your capital that did not last long. So yeah, the green team is a bit mad about that because they wanted to invade them, but they couldn't, so sucks to suck. Next up, we are gonna see the Maroon country actually do something useful for once. They are gonna expand and into the Sahara Desert. Yes, the Sahara Desert, because they don't want others to claim desert, and they want a strategical trade point with this African country. So yeah, they basically just claim all of this to make trade with the African country easier. So this infuriates the green team country, but since it's a dual monarchy now, they can't do anything about it. So sucks to suck, says the maroon team. So yeah, now trade is a lot easier. And before the green team can react, a gold team just does that. It makes the green team even more mad. So yeah. Alright, now let's check up on Britain, what they've been up to. So, this pink team country, they are gonna fund a revolt in the lime team, and the revolt is a success. Yes. There are now parts of the lime team wanting to break away, and the lime team just can't do anything about it. And the pink team, now knowing of this, that the revolution worked, is just gonna invade all the rest of the lime team country. So yeah, the lime team is no more. Cool. Lime team is now no more. No more. No more. Alright, so what have the red team been up to? Oh, the red team is gonna make a movement to explore more of Africa, and they do so like this, and this area over here gets explored. Cool. I definitely did not just do that on the spot so that the explored map doesn't look ugly. No. But they do discover the Canary Islands. So yeah, the red team explores the Canaries, and they annex the Canaries. Cool. Good job, red team. Now, next off, this purple-ish country, dark thing is gonna move into this new area over here, right? And they're gonna get land really quickly, yeah, and they managed to claim all of this in time. Mm. In the other countries, they want a lot more land. And one of the countries to make a move is Prussia. They just claim all of the Baltic areas and the areas where St. Petersburg is in real life. So that's cool for everyone except these three countries because they want to expand. Now, next up, we are actually gonna see a war happen. The Russian country just seriously does not like this country, so they decide that enough is enough, and they're gonna invade this country. And before you go, but doesn't the Russian country have an alliance? Yes, but that's an attack one, attack all alliance. That's not if you attack someone, the entire alliance gets dragged in. No, no, no. That's not how that works. The Russian country, he sends lots of forces into this country, and they capture major cities really quickly, and they siege the capital of the purple country, and the sign team intervenes, and they want to save as much of this land as possible. Also, they just annexed all of this. Well, not annexed. They like try to save this land to not get in the hands of the wrong people. So yeah, this worsens relations even more with Russia. So yeah, this country surrenders. So yeah, let's take a look at what a peace treaty is gonna look like then. First off, the Russians, they are gonna be sleeping good tonight because as they decide to annex all of the rich lands of this country. And they annex all of this. So yeah, the Russian team is sleeping good tonight. But the Russian team, they actually wanted more. They did not just want this. They wanted to erase this country, and if not, maybe get all of this. But the science team wouldn't let them. And the science team, although they were on the side of this country, they want appeasement from this country, so they are just gonna annex these lands over here. So yeah, this country is pretty mad about this war. But what can you do? Yeah, they claim all of that. All of the Azeris did get some land out of that. They are not happy with the Russians at all. So yeah, I wonder what that is gonna turn out to be. Let's check up on this colony. So basically, the Azeris discover all of Sri Lanka like this. They just went around like this, and they just, well, it must be all the same. So, and the line team, they, well, they're gonna do the same, except in Africa. They're gonna make a well, they're gonna make movements in the Horn of Africa. They're going to explore a bunch of it, and they discover this island on the way. And together with the Teal country, they managed to discover all of the Red Sea. And it was about time the Red Sea got discovered, and more of Africa got sieged. But they decide to keep going along the coast. And yeah, they just explore more of Somalia, and they make a stop right here and decide to go back through here, through the same route they took. So yeah, just like that, more of Somalia got discovered. And they decide to set up a colony here, just like the Azeris did, which are like all the line team. I feel like I should call them the Arabs, but they have a couple of separate, so I'm just gonna call them the Lymians because that sounds cool. The Lymians set up a colony in the Horn of Africa and one that goes along the Red Sea, and now they control the Strait for trade. So yeah, they basically just set up a ginormous colony over here, way bigger than the Azeris did because they want to like one up the Azeris, if that makes any sense. Now they set up a ginormous colony over here. That's not gonna have any bronzes because this area is highly unstable. And when I say highly unstable, I mean highly unstable. Now, there are movements in this part of Algeria. They want to join up with the gold team, and the gold team, seeing this opportunity, they siege this. And the pink team just lets them because they don't want an unstable empire. But the green team was like, well, okay, that's it. Can we invade them? The pink team was like, no. Grrr, says the green team. And when I had to make things even worse for the green team, these guys decide to join up in the African Union. So yeah, the green team gets even more angry. This union, and it consists of so many countries, is insane. It includes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries. 8 if you count the country that was once here. So yeah, next up, we're gonna see an interesting event happen. Remember this colony down here? Well, they are actually just gonna, some of them are just gonna split off. And what I mean split off is just, well, I mean by split off, I mean they are just gonna explore more and then set up up a country wherever they feel like it. So yeah, they just keep going along the coast of Bangladesh and Myanmar, and they eventually get to this peninsula. I forgot its name. Was it Delmarva? Oh, Delmarva is another peninsula. Whatever. But they decide to go around here and they discover all of Malaysia and modern day Singapore. And they make it to Sumatra and they decide, yes, this is the place. And right before they decide that, they decide to explore more of Vietnam, Indochina, and they're like, actually, no, right here. So yeah, new country DLC. This country is going to be this weird green color because I'm running out of colors. Yeah, they have like base here. They don't have a set mainland. They just have like a bunch of areas like this. And some of these areas don't like that they are one separate. They're like, we should be one. One should be decided as the mainland. And they don't have a capital because they still can't decide where the capital is gonna be, because if the capital is decided, then that's gonna be the mainland, and these three want to be the mainland. But that'll be for next episode, episode 8. Meanwhile, the Lime team, has a secret project going on. It's called Operation Aqua. And what is Operation Aqua? Well, basically, they are pulling the strings to collapse this country and this country. Basically, the Lion Team wants these countries to get annexed into this country. So, they decide to pull the strings and make a war happen between these two. And the way this war starts, actually, is that somebody that pretends to be from here decides to move here and shoot a bunch of people here in the capital. And this country's gonna be like, hey, Armenia, why did you do that? And the Armenia says, it wasn't me, and they are liars, and they decide to invade this country. So whatever this the dark green country pushes into this country and captures this province, and the Turkish country manages to hold a steady front, while Turk all of the green team's forces are up here. They pulled all of their defensive forces on their borders, because the leader was so angry. They're like, everyone attack this country, and it's all according to plan. Now, the gray team are gonna move its forces over to this country. They're gonna invade from behind and capture and siege the capital, and their leader is shot. And the green team is in a full panic mode because now all of their forces are up here. And they basically just lose all of this. And since these forces are stronger, since the Lime team is funding them, they managed to siege the capital of this country, and the rest is history. These two countries have now collapsed, and now Lime team gets these countries to join this country in the peace treaty. So yeah, Operation Destroy Armenia worked. Now there are two countries less in this world. And just like that, the world has now reacted to this, now knowing the truth. And this is gonna give the Lion team a bad look, but whatever, they shrug. Next up, down here, we are gonna see this country split into three, because as I said that it would decide a capital next episode, and that's still true, but it now said that they decided the mainland, and so these countries decided, let's just split. This isn't working out, and this is a really bad look for every one of us. So let's just split off. And split off is what they do. Boom and boom. There are now three countries right here in Southeast Asia: Malaysia, Indonesia, and Vietnam. And And you know what? The brown team, well, the brown team are gonna decide to focus more on their economy, and now they're really wealthy, like the Azeris, but not as wealthy as them. Still wealthy. So they are gonna make a movement. They 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 have just invaded the Crimean country. They siege the capital and they surrender and they just get annexed. This team didn't have a chance against the brown team. And the Russians, they are planning to invade the rest of the country, so they are pretty mad about that. And they're in the same alliance. So that's not good. So yeah, let's just remove their capital now. Boop. Next up, remember this Danish colony? Well, it just decided, you know what? We don't want to be part of you anymore. And they're not gonna break off. They're just going to explore more, or just like this. And they're just gonna move outside of the outskirts, and they just like they just basically like do this. They just like block the Danish country from expanding like that. Actually, this color sucks. How about a nice yellowish? Yeah, a nice yellow. And that basically, and they don't have a capital set up yet because I said so. But they just basically claim all of this area, and yeah, that will basically do for today's episode of What If Civilization Started Over. Please leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and goodbye.